So the coronavirus just doesn't look like it wants to go away. And it's just it's very worrying. These figures are really really worrying. 10 new cases in a day. That's worrying. Some of them are social workers, some of them are professionals, and that's worrying. That's very worrying. There's 34 in the Republic of Ireland. And I'm going to say this straight because it has been talked about and has been talked about a lot. The local authorities in the majority of the counties in Ireland are considering after Easter, if it doesn't get if it gets any worse before Easter, they're considering closing our schools and our colleges nationwide. But it's not confirmed. Obviously, the government have to approve it. But that's the plan if it gets any worse. But obviously it's gone beyond worse. In Northern Ireland 16, in total there's 50. Yes, you hold me widely, 50. There are 50 people on this island in nearly 2 weeks. It's only nearly 2 weeks. It's only 2 weeks on the island of Ireland. And it's infected 15 people. 50 people, sorry, not 15, 50 people. Like, I'm losing count. Like, every day there's somebody. And it just goes, like, it's, honestly, I lost count. Nearly the amount of people who have it and healed and everywhere. Like, 24 in the Republic of Ireland, it's a lot. And then 16 in Northern Ireland, that's a lot. 50 people is a lot. On our local tiny towns committee, there's only 25. In the Fogo Club, there's only about nearly 50. So that just goes to show you, the numbers we have. That, just put it into perspective. And obviously some local news too from Cavan County Council. They were going to send two representatives for Cavan County Council, Shane P. O'Reilly and Tommy Wyland, CEO of Cavan County Council. Obviously they're not going to New York and Philadelphia now. They were going to promote Cavan Colin, the thing in August, for calling people from Cavan back to Ireland for that week. And obviously we're going to promote it in America. But obviously that's been cancelled now, full stop. And obviously we were told about that last week. That it was very likely they wouldn't go over the CEO or the county councillor. We knew already. They were kind of just saying it to us. Possibly it would be, it was basically not confirmed, but it would, they were very sure when we were recording last week about the St. Patrick's Day. But we were very sure that we were, full stop. There was nothing going to go. Nobody from Cavan County Council was going to go anywhere. Yeah, that's good, but that's good that we have, that. And obviously Heather Humphreys too, some ministers have said they won't go to some places. Heather Humphreys, Minister for Enterprise and Business, was supposed to go to California. She said she's going to stay in Monaghan, which is good, I suppose, too. I think the Taoiseach's still going ahead, go to America. But, yeah, it's just, it's absolutely terrible. It's terrifying figures, like 50 is a terrifying figure to have in 2 weeks. Like, that's, and then we have to look at poor Italy at the moment in time, and feel so bad for them in Italy. 60 million people. 60 million people forced quarantine. Locked in the house, they literally can't get anywhere. And, the whole Italian peninsula is red zone. From Milan down to Rome, down to Sicily. All that's red. All completely red zone. That's a lot. 60 million people is a lot of people that have in quarantine. That's including the Vatican City and San Marino. But that's including them too. And obviously the island, I don't know about the island of Sardinia. But yeah, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And obviously, it's crazy amount of people who died. And we just have to sympathise with the family. It's a terrible thing. It's really, like, in Italy, they probably are terrified. Everybody's terrified. And obviously the government of, Ryanair and Aer Lingus have banned all flights to Italy. So anybody who, will book the holiday to Italy or anywhere around there, my advice to you, stay at home and, stay in Ireland. It's not worth going anywhere else unless it's absolutely necessary. But we have to say a prayer for the poor people in Italy. They're going through hell at the moment. We can only hope. We can only hope for for their safety and for our country's safety and for the world in general. This is something the world has never experienced. People might just say it's only a flu, but it's serious when you see Italy, one of the major countries in Europe, say it's an emergency. It's really really an emergency. Close everything. Full on, nobody's allowed into Italy. I mean, that's really what's going. That's the way it's gone in Italy. That's what's happened. Which is always, which is the only way the Italian government sees Crohn in stopping the virus from spreading. And obviously we support that. Obviously, as a country, it's Ireland. We support Italy, in any way we can, and because Italy's economy. It's obviously going to take a toll on the economy. Nobody working, nobody really doing anything. Nobody paying tax or nothing like that. It's going to take a toll on the economy. And the world stock markets are collapsing. They're going up a bit, but they're collapsing really. And there was a thing in the Bible, and I meant to say it. There's a thing in the Bible where it says if you bring an abortion and these things into the world, economies will suffer and governments will collapse. And I read that in the Bible one time. I think it's in the Bible. I can't remember where I read it somewhere. But yeah, that seems like the way it's gone. Like the Italian government is really probably going to collapse. Along with the economy, it's hard. No country could put up with 60 million people out of work and not doing anything. There's only certain amount of money. They can't keep putting money and putting. Then it'll lead to inflation. But we can only pray for the best for Italy and hopefully please God, with the hope of God and with the mercy of God, that it will probably please God will come to an end soon in Italy. But yeah, we can only hope for the best, and that's really all we can do. As I said to me, don't think of it as a common flu. It's not a common flu. You see this major country closing its borders. It's not a game. It's not a game. It's really, really not a game. It's not an only flu. And we should be worried about it. We should be worried. And obviously the Irish government have taken a few precautions, and obviously the FAI too. I meant to mention, the Irish football team is going to play behind closed doors in Slovakia. Because the Slovakian government said they want to behind closed doors, and obviously everybody who's going to that match will get refunded. But they're the measures they're taking. And we have to be prepared to take them in Ireland too. For GAA matches and everything like that. So that'll be sad to see. It'd be sad to see that we have to go to that extent. But if we do, people's health and people's welfare has to come first. But anyway, hopefully, please God, with the hope of God, please God, this virus will be gone soon. Please please God, that's the only thing I'm praying for at the moment. Is that it just will just go away and just leave this planet alone, and leave leave Ireland and every other country alone, and but please God it will be gone eventually. Please God it will go eventually. But anyway, thank you for watching, and bye.